Hey guys, it's Jess and I am excited to be guest designing for Scrapping for Less today. I received these super cute little fairy images and a really awesome paper pad to use for my projects this month. I decided to create a scene with the cute little fairy and cottage images from the two different stamp sets, but I'm definitely going to be using these really cute papers for another project later this month. I can't believe how cute these patterns are and the color combination is so stinking cute. So I can't wait to get to use that as well. So to start things off today, I am going to be stamping up my images with the scrapbook.com hybrid black ink. I'm using my mini MISTI to stamp out these images. I like to place them like this so that I can re-stamp them as many times as I need to make sure that I get a really clear image. Since I am creating a scene card today, I decided to go ahead and stamp those images out first, and then I went ahead and grabbed my MISTI again and some full sticky post-it notes. So this is kind of the reverse of a regular post-it note. It has the majority of the area sticky and then a small portion which is not sticky, so that you can, in my case, create masks for your scene cards. It's really convenient and I like to have those on hand. I've got everything linked below the video in the description in case you want to check anything out, or if you have any questions about anything we talk about in the video, definitely drop me a comment and let me know. So I'm just using a pair of really sharp scissors to cut out the masks, and then once those are done, I will go ahead and place them directly on top of the stamped images on my cardstock. Now that my masks are in place, I am ready to go ahead and move on to the next phase of building the scene for this card. So I decided to use Distress Oxides. These are one of my favorite mediums to use for creating scene cards. They blend really smoothly and I have really good results with these, so I'm going to keep using them. So what I do to create my scenes like this, when I want to get a really nice smooth blended effect where the color of the sky changes from one color to another, I start with my lightest color and blend across the entire area rather than just the area I want to keep that color. Then I come in with my medium color and I blend right over top of what I already had, going down not quite as far so that there is a nice gradient effect. Once I finish with the medium color, then I go right back in with the darkest color and I repeat that so that I get a progressively darker sky as you move up the card, and then vice versa. As you move down the card, the color or the pigmentation of that ink gets lighter and lighter, and I really like the way that that looks. Especially for a night sky, I just feel like it gives a lot of interest and excitement to what could have been a boring card background. So once I finish with my darkest purple, I do go ahead and add in some black soot around the outside edges. This kind of gives it more of a nighttime feel versus just the purple glowing sort of effect. And I always really like to do this. I feel like it makes the purple colors sort of pop more. This works really well with a lot of different color families as well. So once I did add that black, I wanted to kind of smooth out my results a little bit. It wasn't quite as nicely blended as I wanted, so I just go back over with my lighter colors. And the really cool thing about those Distress Oxides is that you can layer them over top of each other even if the color you're layering on top is lighter. So moving on to the splattering of the background, I went ahead and used my Distress sprayer, sprayed the water directly into my hand, and then flicked it directly onto my background. That causes the inks to oxidize, and that's how you get those white spots there. Now I'm using some opaque gesso. This is white in color, watered it down, and I'm using a paintbrush to tap on the little dots of the white gesso. It's essentially like a white paint, or in this case, it works like a white paint. Once I let that dry, I did go ahead and remove the masks as well. This is my favorite part of creating scene cards. I say this like every time, but it never gets old. Removing those masks and having that crisp white image when you have such a crazy and detailed background is amazing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do some coloring to finish off this card. So I'm going to pop on some music while I do that, and I'll be back with you to finish it off. right, so now that our coloring is done, we can go ahead and trim down our card panel to 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to mount perfectly on a white A2 size card base. I really like that crisp white border. I feel like it helps contain the scene. If you don't like it though, you can just leave your panel not trimmed down. Either way works totally fine. So I used my ATG to go ahead and attach this to a white A2 size card base, like I said, and that actually finished off the card. I didn't add a sentiment this time because I wanted to keep this on hand in case I need it for something and I want to have the perfect sentiment on the inside. There's some super cute sentiments in this set like happy birthday or fairy wishes, and I wanted to be able to choose when the time came. I hope you guys loved today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you in another one really soon.